Not sure what this is. The vibe here is... Toronto's interesting, dude. So we're here in the Chinatown neighborhood of Toronto, and it wasn't the first Chinatown neighborhood in the city. Actually, the first place where you had a high number of Chinese people living together was around Nathan Phillips Square, where I was yesterday. So the Chinese population here makes up over 10% of the city's population of Toronto, and the presence here is especially key on this street. And a lot of the signage here is in Mandarin or Cantonese. It is one of the more affordable places you can stay in the central part of Toronto. I'm staying at an Airbnb, which is okay, but the location is pretty solid overall. I could use a massage right now. So yesterday I went to St. Lawrence Market, and that was a fantastic place, but Toronto has another famous market, and it's called Kensington Market. Now, Kensington Market isn't like a traditional marketplace. It's a neighborhood of about 5 square blocks, and it's known for its bohemian culture, and also its really awesome collection of different places to eat. You see the bohemian style here. Urban catwalk, some secondhand used clothes. I wonder if there's anything good here. But I've come here for one reason, and one reason only, is I want to try a Jamaican beef patty. This is why I've come here today, the golden patty. Alright, let's see what's on the menu.
I hope so.
I got a couple beef patties. One was jerk chicken and the other one was beef. So it looks like I don't know. What does this look like? A big kind of breaded dumpling. This must be the beef, and it is a winner. It's really, wow, shit. I might go back and get a few more. That is so good. That is delicious. They also serve like jerk chicken in there and some other kind of Jamaican, Caribbean, maybe Afro-type foods. And yeah, that's a winner. 9 out of 10 for sure. Alright. Golden patty, once again. I highly recommend it. And you could also get magic mushrooms. Interesting. I know cannabis is legal in Canada now, but magic mushrooms? That's very interesting. So now I'm going to work my way to the next destination of today. I'm going to head to Casa Loma, which is a pretty awesome site in Toronto. And I've got a couple options to get there. I could walk, but I could also take the subway, or I could take the combination of a tram and a subway. So I'm going to take the tram, because it's the quickest option, and I have not tried the tram yet, and I'm curious to see how that goes. So just across the street here is where I'm going to catch the tram, and I'm going to head this way up here, which is northwest, I believe. Okay. Here it is, my tram.
What was that? She's like, okay. She's like, yeah, I'll be happy to do that on top. You know, she looks at me like a guy.
So most people using public transport would probably come here to DuPont station and then just walk, short little walk, 10 minutes from here to destination of Casa Loma, where I'm headed right now. It's always interesting coming out of a subway station into a new neighborhood of the city. Wow, you can see it in the distance there. Pretty spectacular. Wow. So the place we're headed to is called Casa Loma. And Casa Loma in Spanish means house on the hill. And it was built in 1914, and it was a private residence to a very wealthy individual who made his fortune in the railways and finance. And the cost of the home he built was, at the time, $3.5 million, which in today's money is about $90 million. So this site is one of the most popular tourist sites. I'd say amongst the top 5 places to see when you come to Toronto. You gotta find a way to get in there first. Here's our first view of it. So here's the costs to enter. $25 for children, $35 for youth, seniors $35 as well, and adults $40. So Sir Henry Pellet moved into the house in 1914, but unfortunately a decade later he had to move out due to financial difficulties and had to give up this beautiful home. Eventually the home was taken over by the government, and it now serves as primarily a museum where we are today, but also it hosts weddings, and is also a popular place for many TV and film sets. Cocktail, wow.
Sir Henry Pellet, Canada's most spectacular citizen, died in his home late Wednesday after a short illness. The news of his passing quickly spread across the globe. His funeral on Saturday was grander than any Toronto has ever seen.
And here we have a tunnel. This property size is getting much bigger than I expected. a few of the old cars. We got here Celebrity Walk. Oh wow. Does this look like Sarah Jessica Parker? Jean-Claude, Jackie Chan, Vin Diesel, Captain America, the legend Iron Mike. Pretty terrible movie, but Myers is a local Toronto boy. R.I.P. Paul. Pretty nice on the back. Hugh Jackman, that is
Give me 48 hours to find out what Magneto wants with you.
and lastly,
I give you my word.
Patrick Stewart.
Piece together what you promised.
Alright, back in the tunnels to take me to the main house. Let's keep going. This is Henry's wife's bedroom, so the married couple did not sleep together. Might have been the way things were done back then. Oh man, what a wonderful room this is here. So we're up here in what's called the Scottish Tower. Probably one of the highest points in Casa Loma. You see the view from out here. My line from here. So up there is a Scottish Tower, where I was before. And the one I'm on now is Norman Tower, which is much better because you get better views of the city this way. Alright, let's head her back down. Pretty interesting exhibit here talking about Canada's history with military intelligence, which was in many ways led by this man, Sir William Stephenson. Born in Winnipeg, many say he's kind of the model figure for the James Bond character. Okay. Alright, and we are done. And now I'm just going to continue my walk just around Toronto. I'm in the heart of Yorkville right now, and it is, in some places, very nice. Like, wow. Okay, it's cooler here. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, people live very high lives up here. Wow. Alright, so the story of Yorkville is the story of gentrification, where, it started off being settled by Europeans in the early 1800s. Then around the 1950s and 60s, it became more bohemian and hippie. But then it gentrified it once again to like $1 million condominiums. I have to check this out. Incredible interior to a library. Terrifying. It's terrifying to look down over. The French have a word called l'appeal du void, the appeal of the void. And so that's the word they describe that sensation you have when you look over a cliff or a high ledge down. It's terrifying, but there's almost a draw towards it. The whole open space concept in the middle is spectacular. Ooh, very cool. So we've got a guy here across the street with no shirt, sweatpants, no shoes, no socks. And it's one of the nicer areas of the city. But yeah, some people are nuts here. Because it's Monday, I'm not going to be able to visit the museum. It is closed. And it would be closed now at this time of day anyway. But the cool thing is, right beside the museum, they have a nice walking path. This is Dundas Square, named after Henry Dundas. Recently, Dundas Square was renamed Sankofa Square, an African word meaning to go back and retrieve what was lost. The change wasn't because Henry Dundas supported slavery, he supported abolition, though more slowly than his critics would have liked. Some see the new name as inclusion and a reflection of Toronto's multicultural identity. Others see it as shallow symbolic politics, an attempt to uproot the past rather than understand it. I've given 3 days to Toronto, 2 really full days to see the city, and I think that's a bare minimum. But ideally, I think 5 days, and if you're lucky, a week.